Hi.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Yes.
We'll let everybody start
coming on.
Coming on and
Coming on
joining
the
us.
camera. Behind the camera today, we have Celeste.
Hi, everybody.
The best half of Colette.
The first half.
The first half. Oh, gosh.
I'm the head.
That's right. They're the head, I'm the tail. There you go. My butt probably is my best feature anyway. No, I don't think it is, actually. Kind of getting off topic. Are we getting people in yet?
Yeah, we got 22,
Oh,
25,
good.
so people are logging in.
Oh, good. Good.
Hello, everybody. Hope your Friday's going well.
Yep. Our Friday's going all right.
Yeah, it's been a good day.
We're doing okay. It's not bad. Some customers, not tons, but that's okay. You know, some days you got more, some days you got less.
That's
you
right.
Never really know what's going to happen.
We're up to 35.
Woohoo! All right, we'll talk about the calendar a little bit because that'll be something we talk about. So today, just in case you don't know, is Friday, September 6th. And tomorrow we are going to have kids sewing from 1 to 3. And how many kids do we have right now? 5?
5 kids, yes.
And how many can we take?
3 more.
Okay.
Max of 8.
Max of 8. So right now, if you have, any kids that you'd like to have come over, you need to let us know ASAP because we need to cut kids. And we have a really, really cute project for the kids to do tomorrow. Celeste came up with a cute little bear.
I love bear.
Yeah, a little love bear. And so if you have any kids that you'd like to come, let us know ASAP. Also, next Wednesday is the Viking Club, so don't forget about that. And also next Wednesday, after Viking Club, we're going to have the new product launch, which is a virtual of the product launch. And then the day after that, on Thursday, instead of our Sew and Tell, we're going to have the new product party here in Littleton. We're really excited about that. So,
And can they go online and sign up for the virtual class?
Yes, they can.
Okay.
In fact, we're starting to encourage you guys to go online and do any ordering there because we're going to kind of test it out and see if we can just use the 2 people who are involved in doing the live streams like Celeste and I are doing today. And so Celeste has got the most important job of her life today. She not only has to hold the camera and watch everything I'm doing so that you guys can see it, but she also has to watch the chat for if you guys are ordering stuff. So y'all don't test her. Just go online to aboveandbeyondsewing.com and put your orders in there. Or you can call the store. If you don't like putting your card in online and all that kind of stuff, if you want to call us after the live is over here in Littleton or over in Thornton, give us a call and we can put the order in for you that way. Because we might miss something online. We're going to try.
Yes.
We're going to give it the old college try and make sure, try to make sure that we're getting all of you guys' notes. But it would sure help us out if you just called us after the live or went online and put your order in, something like that. All right, I think that's all I'm going to talk about because I think we overwhelm people sometimes with way too much info because we do have basic sewing and open sew with Mo next Saturday, but we'll be talking about that so much before that even happens that, we'll talk about it next week. Okay, so that's the calendar. And then we have a winner. I don't know if you know it, but Celeste, we give away stuff here.
Yes, I do know that.
And so we got this cute little table mat to give away.
For the fall holiday.
Just in time for the fall holiday. And this is going to go to Cindy Schubert.
Yay.
Congrats, Cindy. Yay.
And I see that she was logged in, so she should...
Oh, excellent.
She should know what she's winning.
Awesome. congrats, Cindy. So we will hold this for you, and you can come and pick that up at your earliest convenience. We will hold that for you. And then I've been given some jokes to tell. So here we go. This is what we're going to do in honor of Patrick. We do our jokes. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I think we're all ready.
I feel like, I don't know why, but a little discombobulated today. I don't feel like I have a rhythm yet.
Well, maybe you'll get it.
Well, I am not usually on Fridays, but I didn't do it at all this week. Maybe that's another reason too, because I didn't have Tuesday either. Okay. Why do melons have weddings? Why do melons have weddings?
I have no idea. Why don't you tell us?
Because they cantaloupe.
Okay.
Even Elaine's laughing back there. And Elaine doesn't laugh a whole
You're
lot.
getting a lot of
Because she's all like,
laugh.
nothing's funny anymore. I know, because we're trying so hard to find jokes all the time that, like, nothing's funny to us anymore. Okay. All right, I'm going to do this one last. I don't know why, but I think it's this one takes a long time to tell. Okay, here we go. What's the difference between a man wearing pajamas on a bicycle and a guy wearing a tuxedo on a unicycle?
Haven't a clue.
Attire.
I get that. Bicycle has 2 tires and a unicycle has one
tire. Yeah.
A tire.
Attire.
You got lots of laughs on that one.
Okay, last one. Third joke. Here we go. This one is one where it's like a sort of like a pun, so it kind of like runs into each other. So I'm just gonna. Okay. Did you hear about the cheese that's been working out? Dude shredded. Oh, I almost messed that one up. Did you hear about the cheese? Act like you didn't hear anything yet. Let's
do it again.
We're gonna go backwards. Okay. Did you hear about the cheese that's been working out? Dude shredded. There you go. That one's better.
That was better than the first one.
That was a better telling.
Yes.
I did it a little bit better.
Yes.
Okay, so I have been authorized to do some manager specials, even though the manager had to work all morning, like really, really hard, and so she's taking a little break. So, Elaine, this one's for you. We're going to do the first one. Now, these manager specials are the only things that hopefully Celeste will have to write down.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
you forgot about that already.
Got that, yeah. I can sit down. We can sit down. That way you can sit down and write. Okay. Y'all, this is all like we're testing all this out. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to have, and we only have one of each of these, okay? So the first person that Celeste names is the person who gets it. I don't care if you send an email and go, I have that. No. Whatever Celeste says goes. She the boss, applesauce.
I'm the boss.
That's right. You the boss, applesauce. You ready? All right. So these are some Madeira premium quality precision cut embroidery scissors. And y'all look, it's got the curve.
Yep, sure does.
It's the double curve.
You can't see that.
All right. So these retail for $36.95. But
can you draw it out any longer?
but
Drum roll.
I'm gonna sell them to you guys for $21.99.
Oh, great price. 40% off.
From $36.95 down to $21.99. We've got one pair, y'all. One pair. So first person to say, I want them scissors or something like that, it's yours. Okay.
Barb Atwell says mine.
Barb Atwell. Yay! I'm going to Barb's house. I'm going to Barb's house.
Florida.
What?
Yeah.
Awesome sauce. Okay.
What do you mean in Florida?
She lives in Florida.
Oh, okay.
All right. So the next thing is going to be an AccuQuilt die. And we've only got one of these.
Perfect timing.
It's yes, perfect timing for this. It is Rustling Leaves #1. Okay.
It is.
Jolie Mays.
Jolie
Oh,
Mays.
Jolie,
knowing
didn't
the
even know
price.
what you're paying for that. Well, it retails for $54.99, but Jolie, you're going to get this today for $32.99.
Ooh.
Great deal.
That's more than $20 off. That's amaze balls. Okay, and then the last one.
And Barb says she has a bag at Thornton.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. Then we'll send that to Thornton, and they'll take care of that for you.
Perfect.
The last manager special is another AccuQuilt die. This one is the signature block, and it coordinates with the Go 1-inch and 3-inch finished half square triangles. So here it is. This one it retails for $44.99. And one lucky person gets this for $26.99.
Great price.
So this is
Yes.
great for if you're doing quilts for like somebody who's retiring or a birthday and everybody wants to sign it.
Oh,
Nancy
yeah.
Rust.
Nancy
Watch.
Rust gets this.
Because I'll show you what she's talking about is this one down here. Y'all just give Celeste a second because she's writing it down. But you can make that little quilt and everyone can sign their name in there. It is actually really great for that kind of a quilt. And you can use either of these cutters, dies, just to let you know, with any cutter in the AccuQuilt line. Okay, so never fear there. All right, perfect. So we got that done.
They're all cleaned.
Woo! I'm going to scooch that over there. And so now today I'm going to be working on the Spooky Sampler. And the block that I'm going to be working on today is, forget that I said that. We'll come back to that in just a bit. Because I totally forgot, since I never have to do Friday, that we have Fab Fives. So we're gonna get up and walk over to this direction. And look at the Fab Five for today. Thank you, Celeste, for reminding me.
You're welcome.
And we went ahead and let Celeste pick the Fab Five again, since last week we sold out of the Fab Five. I told you guys, she's like the Fab Five fairy. Yeah. Well, you guys named her, so thank you for that. I'm sure Celeste thanks you.
Let's get a close-up of the focus fabric.
There you go.
It has multicolors in there. Looks like it has some trees, some flowers.
Yeah.
And then we picked loud fabrics that go along with that one.
Did we decide we were calling this Crying Out Loud or something like that?
We could call it Crying Out Loud.
We could. We
Yeah.
could do that.
We could call it anything we want.
Well, yeah, because it's our prerogative.
Right.
There you go. So this is a lovely little bundle. You have a whole lot of blenders with this lovely, if nothing else, this would be great for a binding, right? I mean, if nothing else.
Oh,
You
be
got
good.
something to write down?
I do have something.
She's
to
got
write
something to
down.
write down, y'all. Hopefully you're not looking at my stomach. Hi. Hello.
It's hard to hold.
I know.
hold
She's
it
like,
straight
this
and
is
right.
a challenge.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to head in this direction.
So, Lynn, are you interested in a Fab Five? You said beautiful, but you didn't say whether you wanted it or not.
Yes,
Please
and you
let me
guys,
know.
you can definitely let us know in the comments right now, but if you are able to go to your computer and go to aboveandbeyondsewing.com, you can order it there, or you're free to call us after the live stream is over, and we'd be happy to put that order in for you. Either way, we're going to try to catch everyone, though. We're doing the best we can.
Okay.
Are you seeing a whole bunch of that? And this is something that you guys are probably you'll get more used to doing it this way. And until then, we're all in this together. I feel like I'm watching Mr. Mom.
Okay.
Do you remember that? When she had to do
Oh,
the
yes.
tuna commercial?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Remember, we're all in this together. I forget the guy's name, but anyway. Okay, so back to the fact that I am doing the spooky sampler today, and I am going to be making the one of the girl ghosts, and we'll see how far I can go. It is 2:16 right now, so we'll see how much I can get done in 45 minutes, and we may have a little bit of like Celeste putting the phone down and while I'm over here, so we'll see how it all goes. You guys give us some feedback. Let us know what you think about how we are doing the recording. Okay, so I'm gonna get started.
Thanks, Lynn, for letting me know. I got you down for a Fab 5.
Woohoo! Okay, so I've already got all of my templates cut out, and I'm just going to start. I've cut out the templates and I've cut out my fabric, and now I am just, I'm just going to start putting this sucker together. So here we go.
I'm going to go on the other side of you. I think I can get a better
on this side over here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that little table's in the way.
All right. And I mean, I've been doing a whole lot of talking a lot, doing the training, that kind of stuff. And this time I'm going to see if we can maybe talk a little bit less and see how you guys like that. Not that I ain't going to talk at all, because y'all know that's impossible. But we'll see. I think all of us today, we're a little bit on the talked outside, because poor Lane is sitting over there doing her live, and we're all like, yep.
Oh, she did her bienni drop zone class this morning.
Yes, drop zone this morning. So, I am just going to get this going. I have my open toe foot. I am on the chorus. And with the open toe foot, which is my fave, I can see exactly where my needle is going down. And of course, I have that sucker on a basting stitch, because I forgot that's what I was doing before I came over here to go live. So I'm going down to 1.2 millimeters.
Follow you.
Okie dokie schmokey. Artichokey. I had turned it back on and now it went back off again. Let's see.
Safety feature.
I know. It's not saving my sanity, I can tell you what. Let's see. So basically the way that I do the foundation paper piecing is I sew, trim, and then press. This big old spout of magic juice came out.
And what you were talking about before, Julie says, reminds me of High School Musical. She had to watch it over and over with her granddaughter.
Ah, High School Musical.
And tell the ladies about the fun pink ruler that you're using.
Oh, this is an add a quarter plus ruler. And as you can see, I use mine a lot. So I am starting to get a crack in it. That does happen after a while. Just depends on how hard you are on your ruler. And I tend to be kind of hard on mine. But it'll still last a while longer before that actually breaks off. And then I'll have to get a new one. But until then, I'm going to keep using this. There's a couple of features about the add a quarter plus. This part up top with the thicker lip, this part measures 1/4 of an inch, and so it butts right up against, as you can see, like if I try to put my finger, it's gonna butt up against a seam, and then you cut on the other side of that, and that's what gives you that 1/4 inch seam allowance. And then on the bottom it features this side that comes down to like a point, not a point, but it tapers down, and then that way you can fold back. A lot of people like to use the fold back on here. So if they do, some people like to do the trim, sew, press method. So there's more than one way to do anything, guys. So if you do that method, then you're going to use this tapered end of the ruler a whole lot. I use it, but just not every single time. So depends on how you FPP. But that's what this ruler is. And I don't think I added it to the sale, but I can do that after we're done.
Okay,
So that you guys can get a discount. Sure, no
Does
worries.
that make sense? Scheller? I see Shelly can't spell her name. She spelled it as Scheller. You have a new nickname now.
That's what we're going to call her. I like nicknames. They're fun. Make sure I can't feel the, when I have my shoes on, I can't feel the foot pedal.
Okay, you're going to trim that up now, right?
That is right. And then I'm going to press.
Press and magic juice.
That's right. Best part of the whole thing.
Does that magic juice ever discolor your light fabric?
It has never done it before.
Okay.
You don't have to put a whole lot. Maybe that has something to do with it. Not sure, but I have never noticed any discoloration. All right, now I'm going to do my trimming real quick since I'm done with this particular block.
Do you have an easy FPP pattern to learn with? Barb Atwell is asking.
Well, I have I used to have like a series that I used to teach people. Probably, I'd have to give a think on that, Barb. If you want to email me about it, I'd be happy to discuss that with you. My email is Yvette@YvetteReneeCreations.com. And I'll go and reply to one of your comments after I'm done and let you know what that is. Because I'd be happy to talk to you about that.
Perfect.
Not sure off the top of my head what I would recommend. But definitely start with something simple. So I'll think of something and we'll be able to work on that. Okay, so that one is done. On to the next one.
And which block are you working on today?
I am working on the girl blocks, and this is the green one.
Okay. Barb says thank you.
You're
She'd like
welcome.
to give FPP a try.
Oh, good. I'm happy to hear that. Y'all know I'm happy to hear that. I love teaching it, and I love when people are open to learning it as well. User error. And now with that open toe, I can see exactly where my needle's going down. So you can see it's going right in that spot.
I'm trying to get close in there without bumping your arm.
And if you want, I'll show you something real quick.
Okay. You got it?
Yep. If you do this at the top,
Yeah, right. Okay, there we go.
And once you get used to it, you can get it a lot better. You can make it a little
Okay.
bit slower.
Then we can zoom in.
Yep.
Thank you.
You can try to do all of that. Sometimes it's hard when I'm trying to do it too, because you're trying to like not get rid of the comments at the same time. So
Right.
I understand. But that's what I do with Elaine.
Yeah, that magic juice works very well.
It's lovely. It really is the best. Oh, and I didn't do the right. Oh, it's over here. That's why. I'm looking at the wrong spot. So basically what I'm doing now is I am trying to make sure that the top of the fabric is at least a 1/4 inch above the line I'm about to sew on, which is my seam allowance. If you can sew a straight line, you can do this.
And I see you've written the colors of fabric that goes in each section.
Yes, I
as
do.
a guide for yourself, right?
So what I do, the steps that I take is first I cut out the templates, then I lay them out where they're supposed to go, and then I use my list of fabrics, and I know I write on each one exactly which fabric is going where. Then once I do that, then I go and I cut the fabrics so that they're laying out in the order in which they're going to be sewn onto the piece. So I have number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5.
Okay.
And then once I have them all in order, then now I've got them sitting over here and I'm just ready to sit down and sew. I don't have to, worry about that. So I do each step like one at a time. And then that way, once I'm sitting down to sew, I'm just sitting to sew.
Okay.
I don't have to cut anymore. In fact, I have this whole pile over here ready for right now sewing with you guys.
Perfect.
Okay.
So it definitely helps prepare
Yes.
prior to stitching out.
Yep. And that way, once you get to the fun part, you're doing a lot of the fun part, which is, of course, the sewing.
Right.
At least for me, that's the fun part. Everybody has different fun parts, but that's what I think is the fun part, so.
Yeah, well, when you get into that stuff, it does get a little confusing. And you're turning the fabric upside down and all the way around, and yeah, that's where it got. That's where it got a little hard. There you go. That's what you have to do, and then you can go back and watch it and get caught up.
Okie dokie. Now, use this ruler again. And once I have that folded back, then I can hold my piece up and I know I'm going to hang it down exactly where it needs to be. You can see it's going to fall in the right place.
Okay.
And of course, if you're ever in a class with me where I'm actually teaching, I do go into more detail than I can really do here, just because my time is limited. Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right. Sure. 202.
So with your patterns, does it tell you what size the pieces to cut?
It does not. That is not something that is typically in an FPP pattern.
Okay.
It's pretty much, you know, you go in and honestly, it depends on the kind of pattern you're doing, because there's FPP where it's mainly squares and triangles, that kind of thing. And so like the Judy Niemeyer's, she will give you templates that will assist you in cutting your fabric for her patterns. But hers are typically very geometrical and not really like, say, a little ghost. You know, it's going to be like stars and that kind of thing. So it depends on the kind of pattern. With this one, it's really impossible sometimes to give people that kind of assistance without it being, you know, some people are going to complain there's too much waste. Some people are going to say you're not letting them cut the piece big enough. Some people think it's, you know, so there's so many different nuances, and once you start doing FPP, you understand what I'm talking about how it's easier actually to not have to cut all those pieces. FPP is very different from traditional piecing.
Okay.
And it's very different in many ways. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, because this is such a long piece, and it's coming down to here. Now, this is a preference of mine. It's what I like to do. There's different ways you can do it. You can either do a little basting stitch here, but then you'd have to take it out. But what I'm probably going to do is take just a couple of pins, and just to hold it in place so that I know it's not going to shift.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't like to use pins because you can get a little bit of a bump in there, but I'm just going to sort of take a chance right here and just kind of so it doesn't move. And then my last piece, I think it goes this way. I'm going to do that fold down. It's okay, I got it.
Here. Handy little pink ruler again.
Handy little pink ruler. And the only reason why I'm going to use it on this one's not that difficult of a piece to do, but I cut the size of this square like pretty exact. So I want to make sure I'm going to get that whole area covered. I'll probably leave it as a square to do that. Like this. And I need to come down a little bit more. Might try turning it. I just need to cover this piece here.
Okay.
And I think I'm pretty well covered. I think I can pull this down just a little bit more over to the right. That looks good. That looks good. Okay, that looks good. And the more you do this, the easier it'll get, you guys. I promise. Just like with any piecing at all.
And you still have your pins in there, right?
I took them out.
You took them out?
Yep.
Okay.
I took them out just before I did the trim.
Okay.
All right, now I'm just going to trim this piece.
So those small rulers work very well with this method.
Yes.
Instead of having the big long
Instead of having a really big one. Yeah, so your smaller rulers are going to come in real handy whenever you're doing FPP. And I put a couple of them in the sale today.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. And we don't have every size of ruler open, so I'm sort of making do with the biggest of the smaller rulers that we have, just because I've got this long way here. I just slide it down whenever I'm doing the cut. So I just start it, I stop here, I slide the ruler down along the rotary cutter, and I can see where that line is there, and I finish the cut.
And do you use special paper to print on, or is computer paper okay?
I just use regular copy paper, but there is specialty paper out there, and it is really nice. But for the sheer amount that I do here at work, I don't bring it with me to work, so I just use the copy paper. And as long as you bring your stitch length down to like I said, 1 or 1.2 millimeters, you should be good.
Okay, perfect.
All right, where am I at now? It's 2:37. Okay, so let's start the next one. So I am now adding fabric number 2. So I'm turning number 2 to the top. I took my fabric, I turned it or moved it to the back of the template with the pretty side facing me. And I'm going to make sure that the top of the fabric is a 1/4 inch above this line, which is the one that I'm about to sew, which is the seam allowance.
Okay. You're welcome, Val. She had the question about the type of paper.
Ah, excellent.
Yes, we do have a fabric bundled today, or Fab 5. So once Yvette starts stitching this out, I will walk over to the Fab 5 so everybody can see that again. And it's bright colors. Our focus fabric is this multicolor striped. And then 4 of the colors that match almost perfectly are the blue, the light lavender, the light blue, and then the dark lavender. That's our Fab 5 today. And you bet got that sewn already.
Yep.
Vicky's saying hi from Port Orange, Florida.
Hi, Vicky.
How's the weather down there? Good and hot and humid? And where is Port Orange located?
Yes, inquiring minds.
Yes, I've never heard of Port Orange. Sounds very citrusy.
It does.
I can see how having all the fabric cut Makes this process go very quickly.
Yep. It's definitely the way to go. Now on the little landlocked places where I'm starting at a precise point, I do a back stitch. It may or may not really be necessary just because your stitch length is so short, but I do it just to be on the safe side.
And again, you can see how she's written the colors on each section to remind her which color to grab before she starts sewing.
Yep.
Will your next demo be the cauldron block?
Is that what you guys would like me to do? I can totally do that. I will make note. I just want to let you guys know that next week I will not be in the shop. So it'll be the week after that. And I can certainly do the cauldron.
I'll let you know as responses come in.
Okay. And let's see, I think I want it to go like this. I'm going to flip it that way.
And what size needle are you using for this?
Well, I typically would use either a 70-10 or a 75-11.
Okay.
But this is probably an 80-12.
Okay.
Because this is the one in the shop. You know, I can't open a whole bunch of things, so I'm just using what we have. And I'm pretty sure this is an 80-12. But I would typically, if I am at home and I am doing foundation paper piecing, I tend to use an 80 weight thread in the top with a 70-10 or 75-11 needle, and a either 80 or 100 weight in the bobbin.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And that is to reduce bulk. One thing that you do get with FPP is quite a bit of bulk from all of the paper, the fabric, you know, so if you can lessen that with a thinner thread, I would definitely do that.
Makes total sense.
Yep.
Okay, that'll be good. Okay, bye.
Okay, I'm going to trim this up. And then I'm going to start putting it together just so that you can start getting an idea of what my little block is going to look like. I'm not sure I'll be able to finish the entire girl ghost on the live.
But we'll get an idea when you start putting it
Yep.
together what it's going to look like.
Exactly. Exactly. And if I can get it all done by just going over a little bit, I will, but we'll have to see where I am in time. Will Yvette shut up long enough to finish her block? That's the thing. Because I do tend to talk a lot. Especially if I feel like I have to fill up dead air.
Well, that's why we've been getting
I
answers
know.
to a lot of questions.
Yes. And actually I've been getting a bit done and keeping my mouth shut a little bit. It's been good. Okay, so now I'm going to do L to M first, and you're going to pull it up together just like you would any kind of piecing, right sides together. Okay?
And that's the right sides of the fabric, not the right side of the paper.
That's correct. And the side with the fabric on it, that is the right side. That is always the right side. And your template side is the wrong side, if you're wanting to think of it as a right and wrong.
Makes sense.
I don't know how that got in there. Jeez.
Thank God for clips.
I know, right?
I love those clips.
Now, typically what I'll do is I will take a couple of pins, straight pins, and I'm going to put it right in that corner. There. And on the other side, to make sure that everything's lining up properly. And you can see it's perfect. And that's almost perfect.
Right.
So I just leave that. I mean, to me, that's, for a human, that's perfect.
Okay. If not, you would readjust it.
Yes, if it was off by a bit, I would just take the pins off and readjust. And now I'm going to sew all the way across. Now I'm going to pull out the papers from the seam allowance, because if you don't take them out now, you'll never get them out. Once you do the pressing, that's it.
Okay.
So that's the only paper I take out. Leave your papers in as long as possible, because that's going to help you with all of your seam allowances. Okay, and now I'm going to take my pressing stick and I'm going to press this open. And I'll just use my fingernail to sort of encourage it to lay flat until I get that iron on it. And the pressing stick will help it to lay flat right on top of there. And because it's natural wood, it holds onto the fabric a little bit so that it doesn't start shifting. And I even magic juice that. And once I get the juice on there, I can take it off the stick and then do my press. Okay, so there's the first two together. And now I've got LM, and I'm going to add in.
Okay.
Going to pull them up, right sides together. Grab my clips. And I just use my fingers to make sure I'm getting it to that point, right? So that's another reason why I use a rotary cutter to do my trimming instead of like scissors. Because with scissors, I can still get like a little jog in there or something, and it might shift my seam a little bit, and I don't want to do that.
What kind of tape do you use?
I use washi tape. You can also use OESD tape or Kimberbell tape, which I went ahead and I put the OESD tape on special in the Facebook Live products today. And there we go. There, that's pretty much perfect.
Yep, can see those pins sticking through.
All right. All right, I'm going to take that paper out. And then I'm going to press it. And then juice it up. Yeah, I'm like out. I was like, I wonder why I keep having to get down there, but that's okay. I'll fill it in just a second.
Didn't even burn the paper. Good job.
Did not.
I was holding my
I
breath.
might have been doing this a little bit. I might have been doing this for a little while.
I was
Okay,
holding my breath.
so there's the top
Oh, how
half
cute.
of our little green ghost. I'm gonna keep going over here.
So those black areas, the eyes?
Yes,
Okay.
those are the eyes.
And then a
Because
little,
I'm doing the
a
mouth
little-
right now.
Okay, bow in her hair.
Yep.
Oh,
Hopefully
that's
I can at
cute.
least it's 255. Maybe what I'll do is I'll see if I can work on this one a little bit to get it so that I can show you where the mouth is. We'll see if you guys can like hang with me for a little bit. I will go as fast as I can just to be able to show you guys the little mouth part. Sorry.
That's
I mean,
okay.
wool. I think I'll do the opposite sides, because that I could probably do without a problem. Oh, I'm not going to do my... I'm just going to go. Take a chance. I'm living dangerously. Okay.
Show the Fab Five again. Okay, I'm going to turn around real slow so we don't get people nauseous. Here's the Fab Five for today. We have a lot of bright, loud colors. The focus fabric is multicolored, as you can see. Then we have 2 tones of blue and 2 tones of purple, or lavender is what I call it. And the Fab Five is $20, really good deal.
5 half-yard cuts.
Yes. And I'll go slow to get back to Yvette here. And she's going to sew fast again, trying to make that mouth so we can see how it's going to be positioned on the other part of the block.
Alrighty.
Then you're going to trim that up.
Sometimes the fabric is very soft. That kind of scared the bejesus out of me a little bit. Bye, bejesus.
We got noises on the
I
outside
don't know
of the
what the
building.
bejesus is, but it left. He's now gone. All right. And this time, because of the way it's hanging, I can't do the other side.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. And is this the last piece to the
Nope,
block?
one more piece after
Okay, I
this.
see that sitting on top now.
Yep. One more.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to trim this part
Trimming this one.
of the block.
And then I'm going to do the final trimming on this one piece, and I'm going to add this part to it.
Got a little thread stuck in there.
Yeah, sure do. All right, so now I'm going to trim this up real quick. Okay, so now if I turn that back over, the P goes down there. So I'm going to put them right sides together.
What happened to O?
Well, he's on the side.
Oh, okay.
It's just the way that I was putting
Did you
it
hear
together.
me? I said, oh, okay.
Oh. So I'm going to pull this up, and
So it doesn't always follow the alphabet.
well, it does, but I mean, the O is just in another spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, they're laughing at me.
Oh, that was funny.
Oh, okay. At least somebody's paying attention, right?
Right. That was good. I'm surprised nobody else asked that on the on the live. All right, let's see. It's a little bit funky, but I'm leaving it. I think it's going
Good
to be
enough
just
for human,
fine.
right?
That's right. It's good enough for a human. At least this human. And basically all we have after this is to make her little feet, the ghosty feet.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to that part, but I'll show the finished one of that one. If I forget, you guys remind me, because I will finish it here, and then we're going to start showing some more of the blocks that we've got done.
And then you'll start putting the entire project together once
Yeah,
all
I mean,
the blocks are done?
if I ever start getting that done, it's been, thank goodness I started early, huh?
Yes.
Holy cow.
Yep, it's September and Halloween's going to be here before we know it.
Okay, pressing.
Pressing. Thanks for hanging in with us for a
Yes.
little bit over.
Thank you.
Sometimes these projects take a little bit longer than an hour.
Yeah, especially when we talk a lot before.
Yes.
We have so many manager specials, which is good for you guys. And the Fab Five. All takes a little bit of time.
Val likes the ghost. She says
Ooh,
it's such
hello.
a cute ghost.
I like her too. I have the ghosts done on the one that I'm doing at my house. And yeah, very excited. You guys are gonna love them whenever you see them. They're so cute. And I had a friend who told me that I need to make a Pac-Man quilt now.
A Pac-Man quilt?
That's right, because they look just like the ghosts that are in the
Oh, okay.
Pac-Man, you know. Just use the same ghosts. All right, and there she is.
Oh, how cute is that?
Yep, so now she's just going to have her little feet on the bottom, and then there's a
Okay.
couple of little sides, and then that'll be the whole ghost. So I will, next time you guys see the ghost, I will have a green, a purple, and an orange.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
there you go. Thanks, you guys, for hanging in, and we will see y'all tomorrow. Have a great evening.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.